Hi Cancer, welcome to your April 2021 reading. I'm just shocked that it's April already. Like everything this year has gone by really, really fast. And it's just going to get quicker. April's going to be really quick. So let's talk some astrology before we get into the cards. Really interesting things are going to be happening between Mars and Neptune before Mars goes from Gemini into your sign later in April. So there's this Mars-Neptune square that's happening like the 8/9th. It's like the second week in April. And it'll be, we're going to feel that transit for a few days before and a few days after, maybe even up to a week before and a week after. And this can be a really interesting time. Like it's going to be so deeply introspective that you can be shown where you're slipping, where you've been sleeping on yourself, and how to, navigate through that. Or you can just beat yourself up the whole time. But it's going to feel like a Mars retrograde almost, like a really it's going to be super interesting. I'm going to be really interested to see how it all plays out. But Mars going into your sign is, on April 23rd, will also slow down the way that Mars interacts and chooses actions. I have Mars in Cancer. So I'm very familiar with the Mars and Cancer energy, and Mars doesn't like being in Cancer. It's not comfortable there. Mars is not comfortable there. And so there's this passive aggressiveness that comes out with Mars and Cancer, and a grudge holding sometimes. And you have to allow yourself to overcome that. You have to detach yourself from expectations. For a very long time in my own life, I would be passive aggressive to people because I wasn't comfortable speaking my truth. So if you personally aren't comfortable with speaking your truth, when Mars hits Cancer and you, instead of speaking your truth, start getting really snarky with people when they're like crossing boundaries and whatever, that can definitely manifest in that way. But Mars in Cancer Cancer is cardinal, right? Cancer is you guys are doers. You get the job done, and can be very strict with yourselves as well. Mars in Cancer is going to help you guys get the job done a little bit more and really allow yourself to focus and put things in action. Just make sure that you're not overdoing your energy. You can get super exhausted with that energy going on for you. And with all of this activity happening in your career, your 10th house, there's going to be so much production happening, so much production. And so creating times of peace for yourself, creating times of solace, creating times of just being gentle with your soul, that is going to be very, very important, because you can choose the exhausted route, totally and completely exhausting yourself and then beating yourself up afterwards. Or you can pick and choose the times that you are being the most productive and you're being the most restful. Let's see what the cards have for you. I like it. I like how this is starting. So we have the Star, and we have the Moon, and we have the High Priestess. So we have all major arcanas happening. The Star, the Moon, and the High Priestess. For some of you, your purpose is being revealed for you in April. Like your literal purpose to this lifetime. You're kind of having this aha moment of, like, oh, wow, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is the direction I'm supposed to be going in. Now the pieces are starting to fall into place. And intuitively, you felt this coming. You already felt the feeling of the puzzle pieces sort of coming together already, because of those Now, if those of you that are still struggling to find that place for yourself, or you're just going through a really deep regeneration and healing process because of an earth sign, then I feel like there's going to be some kind of relief that's going to like, there's like going to be some kind of moment where you recognize why things had to end the way they ended, or why things had to play out. And even if you sort of feel like you already know what that means, and like why things had to play out the way they did, or why things had to end the way they did, even if you know what that means for yourself a little bit, I feel like there's something else that's going to be shown to you. So then we have, down here, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and then the King of Cups. So there's your energy. Even if you don't know what the next step is for you to do, dwelling on the loss, right? This Five of Cups, dwelling on the loss, this is not going to serve you. Or like going through those, what if I would have done this? What if I would have done that? What if I would have left earlier? What if I would have stayed longer? Those things. Don't do that to yourself, because that's only going to cause more dis-ease, where you're already in a place that's very sensitive, very tender with your own soul, right? The unknown is a very tender place to be. So don't add the triggers. Don't add more triggers onto it. You see? Okay. Yeah. Things are being revealed, and with patience comes clarity. With patience comes a lot of clarity. Both of these are alchemizing cards. The Temperance card on the star, a major arcana clarifying a major arcana. Be patient. It will be revealed to you. Your purpose will be revealed. The path will be revealed. The clarity is coming. Your responsibility is to take care of your heart right now. Your responsibility is to take care of what you need to do in order to feel whole yourself. And the way that you do that is you balance it out with the logic and the heart. Not put too much pressure on the heart, not to put too much pressure on the mind. A smooth, even balance. And that's tricky to do, you know? So being in the unknown under this moon, I do feel like there is somebody that is bringing some things to light for you, or is creating some aha moments. The Queen of Wands on the moon. I feel like, you know, and as we get closer to eclipse season, which is all going to be happening in your 12th house, yes, even for sun signs, you're still utilizing that energy, even if it's not your rising, even if it's your sun sign. But the eclipses that are coming, you know, that with Mars and Gemini, that revealed to you already what it was that you're having to release during that eclipse season. Whether it's going to be a thought pattern, a belief system, but the moon, your planet, is going to be very revealing to you. You could be that a fire sign, a Leo, Sagittarius, or an Aries, is that person that brings you that message. Let's see what the High Priestess energy is all about. So, right, intuitively, you know the path that you're supposed to be taking, but the fear jumps in, right? That fear jumps in when our intuition is like, no, we're supposed to be doing this. That fear, ooh. And even, dare I even say that protecting yourself, Two of Wands and the Nine of Wands. The path that you're supposed to be taking is the one where it's not necessarily going to be less of a struggle, but you know that you can get through it because your soul was built for it. Your soul was made for it. If that makes any sense. But that too, I mean, like trying to question and trying to figure out when you're totally exhausted, you gotta let your intuition figure out what path you're going on, because you don't need to fight for that anymore. You don't need to fight for literally your own flow. You know what I mean? Like, that's where we kind of we sleep on ourselves, is we fight for a direction that we think we're supposed to be fighting for, and we're totally ignoring the fact that if we just surrendered, which is what the Nine of Wands is, surrendered to the intuition, the Two of Wands wouldn't even exist, because we would just keep going. No effort. You see? It's us. We're the ones that create the blockages for ourselves. Let's see what this Earth sign is up to. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. So they are speaking. The Earth sign might be a little harsh. Whether it's a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn, doesn't really matter. They might say something to you. They might have some words and not be very tactful about it, therefore creating this Five of Cups for you. And I think that, or it could be an air sign that has Earth in their chart, an Earth sign that has air in their chart. It could be two different people that are kind of like coming together and ganging up on you, but it doesn't feel cute at all. Like, I am not enjoying this energy right here. Normally I think that the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles are perfectly lovely individuals, but right now it feels like they're sort of in cahoots with each other. I don't know what that exactly would mean for you, but it doesn't feel cute. What would be really funny is if you were a Cancer, or you had a Cancer placement in your big three, and you also had Earth and air, and you weren't being cute to yourself. That could be another factor. You know what I mean? Like, the possibilities are kind of endless with that one, but it doesn't feel very good. Let's see what this Five of Cups is. How we're overcoming it. We're letting it go. All right. And then your energy, King of Cups. Feeling that masculine vibe with you guys. Sure. Okay. I guess we're not talking about it. Could be a Scorpio too. Man, you guys have a lot of people all up in your business this month. And I don't know if I like that so much, because you guys are not very public individuals. You keep your shit pretty private with yourselves. And so if there are people trying to get up in your business this month and trying to figure out, like what your plans are, what you think you're supposed to be doing, or what they think, whatever they want you to do, like, I don't know. It just doesn't feel very good, to be quite honest. There we go. The Chariot at the bottom of the deck. Thank you for showing up. I really appreciate it. Okay. Nope. This is you. All right. Good. So let that go, let it die. Whatever it was that makes you feel like this Five of Cups, whether it's a belief system, it's a pattern that you've been in, whatever it is that is making you feel like you have to mourn that loss, it's time to really let that go. It's time to release it. And I also, this 10 of Cups here, see, this is what's happening. This is what you guys are manifesting. That's, I mean, just plain and simple. This is what you guys are manifesting, the 10 of Cups. The long-term happiness, the long-term family, the long-term love, the overabundant. Just make sure that you're not creating an illusion and then living in it before it shows up. Make sure that you're living in the present moment as much as you possibly can. Then we have the Chariot. So moving forward within our truth, right? The Chariot and the Page of Swords, get really super honest with people. Be careful of how you're approaching that stuff though, because that Mercury in Aries, oof, that might be a little bit harsh for some people. So just, I don't know, be tactful, be gracious, say things with intention and love. Don't say things just because you feel like somebody needs to step up for themselves. Say things graciously and with love, you know? You guys, your words can be a little bit biting sometimes when you really I get it. I'm a Virgo. I do the same thing. I'm not berating you guys at all. I'll admit that I do the same thing, but just be very, very honest, in a loving way. It's possible to do that too. 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. If you are focusing and paying attention to your work, there's no need for you to worry about the lack mentality. The money is coming. You can get yourself all fussied up within your ego tantrum with that 8 of Swords if you want to, and get yourself all flying around in a lack mentality if you want to. But at the end of the day, that's not going to help the situation. It's going to make it worse. So just do what you're supposed to be doing. We all have ebbs and flows in life. The money is coming. The stuff is coming. The relationship is coming. The job is coming. The house is coming. Whatever it is that you are allowing yourself to stress out about, you have to understand that the universe is providing you with everything that you need as long as you stand firmly in your truth and you go the direction that you're supposed to be going in. And you'll know that by listening to your intuition and not fighting for it, right? We're not fighting for it. We're attracting it. It's not easy to do that. Practice. It takes a lot of practice to get there. But I believe that you can. I love you guys. I have 20% off tarot readings. Just a few spots are left. I think like 6 or 7 spots are left for the tarot readings. Use the code TAROT, TAROT 20, all one word, when you're checking out. That's also good for the spiritual counseling session. So if you don't necessarily want a tarot reading, but you want me to, intuitively talk things through with somebody, or usually we can look at astrology and tarot or whatever we need to do in a spiritual counseling session. That's what we do. We flow with whatever happens. But yeah, that's 20% off as well. All of that can be found on my website in the description box below, or fearlessintuition.net. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I love you. Have a wonderful April. I'll see you soon. Bye.